Boy, oh boy, I cannot even believe that the US just lost at home 2-0 in New Jersey to Costa Rica. Now, don't get me wrong. Costa Rica is a fantastic squad. They have Keylor Navas and Christian Bolaños and Marco Orellana. But you're playing at home, United States. You're playing in front of your own fans, and I'll get to the fans later, but you have to secure 3 points at home. And at worst, let's say Costa Rica comes out flying and you come out flat, which is what happened yesterday. You have to get a point at home. There is no excuse to lose to this team at home. And in terms of what went wrong last night, I'm going to start from the back, and I'm going to start it with Tim Howard, who has been the heart and soul of this team for the last 15 years, but it's starting to look like it might be coming to an end. And he did fine in the other World Cup qualifier matches, but it's really starting to look like he's dying down, and I might just dedicate another video to that on his club play in Colorado Rapids, who are terrible right now. But he is one of the issues in the back as well. And don't get me wrong, he's not the only issue. Tim Ream last night was not good. He was not great. He was not okay. He was pretty bad last night. And I've been on the Tim Ream hype train for a little bit. I think he's a good player. I think he has a spot on this US men's national team. But you have to play bigger at home against Costa Rica. And I have to stress that, and I'm going to say that 50 times this video, because it was a poor performance at the end of the day. Apart from those two individual performances, I had no issue with what team Bruce Arena put out there tonight. I think it's I think it's an exciting squad, and I think it's a squad that can compete at Russia next year. I think a Bobby Wood, Josie Altidore strike forces, which is what they had yesterday, I'm looking at the team sheet, is really good. That's a scary attack. The thing is that Josie is just not good on an international level, and he's never shown really good international class. As time in Sunderland, he did nothing. He came back to TFC, and now he's letting it up in the MLS, but I think it's a different beast. He, for some reason, whether it's mental or some other thing, he cannot do well on the international level, and that needs to be addressed immediately by Rusarino or him. The midfield, on the other hand, left to right, went like this. It was Fabian Johnson, Michael Bradley, Darlington Nagbe, and Christian Pulisic, and that as a four in the middle is deadly. That is a great four in the middle. I think Bradley is incredible on the international stage and actually falls down on the club stage, which is fine because we don't like Toronto. Toronto is too good. We don't mess with them. Darlington is good on international stage. Well, he hasn't shown incredible prowess yet, but he looks like he's going to be good on the international stage, and he's fantastic at club level. And then do I even need to say anything about Christian Pulisic? I do, actually, because he did not show up yesterday at all. It was a bad performance from him. He touched the ball minimal amount of times and had a minimal impact on the game. He had a couple chances when he was entering the box, and he should have probably done some other things with the ball than he did. And he's very good at making chances out of nothing, and he didn't show that last night. But the US men's national team, if they want to qualify for Russia, which is a legitimate question at this point, cannot rely only on the back of Christian Pulisic, as good as he is. The crowd was not as US-centric as I would have hoped it was. You could see people in the crowd that were clearly rooting for Costa Rica, and they had the dedicated Costa Rica section, which was absolutely bumping all night. And we didn't have that. The US did not have that. The Outlaws did not show the kind of display that I was expecting from them. And this was the first Costa Rican road qualifying win against the United States since 1985. That was really hard to say, but it's a historic result for Costa Rica. And bottom line, the US just need to bounce back from this, because if they don't and they somehow drop points against Honduras, you're looking at a possibility of not showing up to Russia, which would be bad for all of soccer. Even if you're not a US supporter, you want to see the US in the World Cup because you want the hype videos, you want the US support, you want to see a country that's coming around a sport that they never really supported before, and the growth of soccer globally. The worst part about this all, it's not that I don't think the US is going to qualify for the World Cup. I'm just worried that now I'm going to have to sit down and watch that Honduras game and be nervous the entire time. Because if in the 70+ minute, if it's tie or if the US is losing, I'm going to be pooping myself in fear. No, but this team really needs to step it up. Regardless, at the end of the day, I want to thank you guys for coming and watching another video based on soccer on this channel. I think my next video will probably be about the Premier League or something else in global football. I don't want to make this just MLS, however, I do want it to be focused upon MLS content. If you guys did enjoy, please let me know, and I appreciate any criticisms or support that you guys give me. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day. Peace.